Welcome back to Risque Business News. I'm your host, Laura.
And I'm May. And today on the pod, I thought it would be really fun to put together some of the spookiest tales from office workplaces in lieu of Halloween. So I thought that'd be a really good time. We're also going to talk about some other stuff like Jada Pinkett Smith can't keep her damn mouth shut. And
she's like, I will be top headline.
Yeah.
I don't care what people are doing.
And a bunch of random other stuff I found on the interweb.
I cannot wait. I physically can't wait. So we are going to do this. Enjoy.
Okay. Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money.
Hold on.
From that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm going to ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's Risque Business News.
Okay, first of all, I wanted to talk to you about what you thought about the GameStop movie.
It was so good. I will say I had a decent amount of wine through the course of it, so I definitely need to do another watch.
Okay.
Because by the end, I was like, they should go to jail. We should have the death penalty for the... Matt was like, cool
Take it easy.
He's like, you better fucking relax. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they just did, I think it's called Dumb Money.
Yes, it is.
Really good movie with, on the GameStop saga from a couple of years back, like 1.5 years, 2 years ago or whatever, talking about how the cryptocurrency, or no, the exchanges were like, Robinhood exchange was like paused by the short sellers, blah, blah, blah. We did a coverage of that back when it was happening. You should go watch that episode because it was pretty fucking good, if I do say so myself.
I think so too.
I thought we did a great job. We really dug into it. And there was
You watched the fucking trials, for Christ's sake.
I mean, I watched a lot. I was really into it. I was pissed. I had the Roaring Kitty poster.
I know.
Dude,
do we still have that?
No. It's around here somewhere.
Okay.
I think I put it in the closet because I was like, all right, it's over. Like, we need to have this cat out of my it's one cat. It's password that gets to be in here. But I might go as him for Halloween.
Oh, that's fun.
Right?
That's a good idea.
And he has like that little like band and then like the little kitty t-shirt.
Yeah.
Very easy. Get to be a dude. That is always an easy costume. Being a dude, easy.
So I did see the movie also with Mark. I love the story. I think the story is great. There's a few criticisms. I'm wondering if you had the same ones.
Sure.
So
probably not. I was too busy being like, yeah.
Okay. So first criticism is that they're in like, the story takes place in Brockton, Mass. That's where Roaring Kitty was from. And they're acting like Brockton, Mass is stuck in like 2000. Like Pete Davidson's character is wearing jorts and shit. I'm like, okay, I get that Brockton, Mass is like a working class. That's the point, is that it's supposed to be working class, whatever. But why do they look like a kid from the 2001?
No, absolutely. And I think this all falls to this one thing that we really didn't have to have happen in this movie, which was Pete Davidson didn't need to be in it. I'm sorry. Need to be in Why are we shoehorning him into so many fucking things? Not involved, doesn't matter. Why do 2001? I realized it was an important year for Pete, but his father died. I'm very sorry. But either way, moving along.
Well, it also didn't happen in 2001.
No, it happened in 2021.
It was like confusing in that way. And then also Shailene Woodley's character is like the classic 80s wife that like her entire line was, or like all of her lines were just like, I believe in you, babe.
You got it, babe. Bet harder.
She literally at one point she goes, you're a fucking gangster.
That was very funny, but here's the thing.
Cringe. I was dying.
But I had 2 glasses of red wine, and I was like, she's beautiful. It's a beautiful relationship.
I was rolling my eyes into fucking Mars, dude. I was like, this is really, really got some cheese on it.
Oh, yes. But the Robinhood CEO, I thought that was really, really well done. Those
he was
guys.
well done. What was also
and just the
silly.
general... okay, the ending of the movie was bad. The ending of the movie, I don't know, if you haven't fucking seen it, like, I don't know, with the news, you should have been watching the news, so like I don't feel bad spoiling this for you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, spoilers don't count when it's real life.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you. So at the end of the movie, they basically are talking about all these people who made money on Robinhood and how much they were up. And they did all these, like, this person, or made money on GameStop, through Robinhood, despite Robinhood, like, trying to fuck them over. And, like, that's not the story. Because almost so many people lost a fuckload of money, which they didn't want to include in the movie because it sounds like that makes it all sad.
And it kind of makes Roaring Kitty look like he was
Potentially
incentivized, like getting people rallied up to
Yes.
then lose all their fucking money.
Exactly.
Right.
But instead they picked like these random 5 storylines that they followed. One was like that weird lesbian couple from UT where I was like, why does this need to be part of it?
That felt very shoehorned in too.
Exactly. Pete Davidson, this lesbian couple from University of Texas.
Right.
Those are different movies. Great movies, different movies. Okay? They don't need to be involved in this movie right now.
Yeah.
2001 Brockton, Massachusetts, also not involved.
No, not at all. In fact, if you're going to do the Brockton, Massachusetts thing, like, let's go all in. Let's get, like, exclusively buffalo chicken, okay? Exclusively buffalo chicken. You're going to Bees games, okay? You're going Ghost Sox. Like, let's go for it.
Let's roll.
Also, what on earth was with his friend that he met up with first? Like, where they're like he's like ordering a beer.
Yeah, what was that all about?
What the fuck was that about? And that guy's Boston accent. I'm like, can there be a master class on a Boston accent? Because why the fuck people do not know how to do it? They do not know how to do it. They can't do it.
Genuinely, this guy comes in at the beginning, has a beer with the character, and then
he's like, "You're gonna get one of those fucking things. You're gonna go one." And I was like,
"That beer's cheap, and you're a guy who likes cheap things, and that's what we're driving at the narrative wise. Everybody, this man doesn't have money. All right, I'm out of here. I don't think he comes back for the rest of the movie."
He came back at some point. I think when they were getting ready for Congress. And then the other thing, I'm like, yeah,
I'm back. You're going to Congress, but you drink cheap beer. How could it be?
So silly. There was like great story, fantastic story. One for the book. Should be, yeah, definitely some holes in the execution of it, I would say.
I enjoyed the shit out of that movie. Let me just tell you. At the end of it, I was like, those bastards. We gotta get them.
Yeah.
But no worries. Everybody ended happily. Disney movie ending.
Yeah.
Happily ever after. There wasn't probably millions and millions and maybe even hitting, maybe not a billion, but like millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars lost to retail investors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love that the hedge funds literally call it dumb money. It's like, who's dumb now?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, still us.
Still us.
I also don't know it. Those guys
always.
Let me just promise you, those guys are fucking fine.
I was also missing the point when the wife of the billionaire was like, "How much did we lose today?" And he was like, $1 billion. How much did we lose yesterday? $1 billion. I was like, Mark, they lost $2 billion. Fuck,
dude.
Mark was like, that's not the point of the story. You're not supposed to feel bad for them. I was like, yeah, but like, that's a lot of money.
I mean, it's going to be stressful. It's going to be stressful. She did look great too. That mom looked really good.
Yeah, she was cute.
She was so cute. I was like, I love her style. I love the billionaire wife's style here.
I also love that at one point they showed that family at like Shabbat dinner, and I was like, is that necessary?
Yeah, that really could have been skipped.
Is that really something you need to include in this movie? Just like a little hint of anti-Semitism just
showing
dropped in
the
there?
Christmas dinners of the other characters. It feels, I don't know, relax. But anyway, yeah, definitely go see it and let us know what you think, actually. Maybe you completely disagree and you're like, actually, I think that they fucking nailed the Boston accent, and
sure did not.
And May is wrong. And Brockton is actually it is stuck in 2001.
Well, a little bit, but that's just because everyone's on heroin, and
Pete Davidson was an integral part of the plot. And not just a celebrity crammed into this for no fucking reason. I did enjoy him in it, though.
Yeah,
What's weird is I actually did kind of enjoy his like energy. I was like,
yeah,
silly goofy dude.
He's a silly goofy dude. Do you find him attractive? I do. No, I don't find him attractive at all.
Like, actively not, actually.
No.
It must be an energy thing.
Excuse me.
She's coughing in protest. She goes, how dare you?
No, I agree. I mean, obviously in person, he's probably a lot more attractive than he reads on screen. I think that goes for like literally every celebrity. every woman too.
Yeah, it's true.
But I don't know.
Oh my God.
I also feel like someone like him would not find me attractive, and that would piss me off.
No, I agree. Well, not that he would. He definitely wouldn't find you attractive. But I agree that I don't think I think we both fall into more like conventional buckets, and I don't think that would be his thing necessarily.
No. And like more like natural looking, he'd be like, no.
Mm-mm. Also, once I met John Hamm in person.
Really?
That man can get it.
Are you kidding? Yeah.
I mean, like on screen, but like in person, to your point, to like our discussion about them being more magnetic in person. I didn't actually know who it was at that point because I hadn't seen Mad Men, and this
Oh
was
my God.
I know.
You're like, who is this magical being?
I walked into we were at the roast battle after party, and I walked down, and he was down there, and I was like, that man is a massive celebrity. I don't know why. I don't know who. Like, you could just fucking tell, massive celebrity. I was like, he's got this fucking place figured out, and he could fuck any single person in this room. Easily. Matthew, absolutely. Me, definitely. Like this, I don't know, the wait staff, like anyone.
Let's get it done.
Whatever he wants to do. World is his oyster. But he's very attractive on screen too, though. So maybe that's same. Maybe he's a bad example.
He is, and he also has like, I love the roles that he chooses because they're always so sexy. Like,
can I say something about him? This is just the John Hamm fan show now.
Yeah, we haven't gotten into anything with business.
I don't know what to tell.
Okay.
End the pod. He was so adamant about saying hello to everybody.
Oh, that's great.
And like making sure he like I don't know who the fuck he was. I was also like the most proxy person in that, like no one gave a fuck that I was there.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one gives a shit. But he was like, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you.
That's nice.
Took a couple minutes and I was like, that was not necessary, but I really appreciate it.
I
was
love
very, very nice of you. And you clearly are conscious of the effect that your reputation and all this, like, I was like, what is that man's name? Because I'm going to follow him.
I'm going to date him.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's unreasonable to think that could be a possibility.
Yeah. He said hello.
No, it is really nice when you meet celebrities and they introduce themselves. Like I met Molly Shannon once and she was like, hey, I'm Molly. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking aware. Like, I know exactly. Obviously, I know you're Molly.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's so cute to see Molly Shannon introduce herself as Molly. I was like,
I mean, and as she should, but like,
I mean, that's her name.
Exactly.
But I was like,
it's very cute.
It
was very cute. It's really, the bar is very easy for them to clear. You know, they're
That's
like,
true.
I introduced myself and I'm a hero.
Right. And here I am on a podcast being like, Molly Shannon fucking rules.
That
dude.
lady. Thumbs up.
Okay.
All right, back to business.
So back to business. This is a totally...
That was a networking lesson. We just learned how to network with John Hamm and Molly Shannon.
I just wanted to really touch... Like, this has nothing to do with business. I promise I have some business stuff coming up. But I just really wanted to laugh out loud at Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes, we did actually need to take a second for this because it's been the funniest fucking thing. It's actually been, I didn't realize that would be the light in the genuine darkness that is the world. And social media has been just a beacon of that darkness with Jada Pinkett Smith being the funniest fucker out there right now.
So fucking
Comedians trying to be funny, stop it. Because Jada's got it handled, okay?
She's so funny.
If you're not familiar, she just released, what was it, a book?
I guess. I don't know.
I think it was her memoir or something just came out, and like there's such thing as too much information.
Way too much information always with this fucking family. They're crazy.
They are out of their damn minds. Are they Scientologists or something?
I think so.
They must be, because that's the kind of shit where I'm like, this isn't just like coming from an organic moment. You know, like there's gotta be religion involved, because this is at a level of bizarre that is just hitting. There's spirits. There are spirits guiding them. Are they Scientologists?
I don't know, because okay, I thought that Jada and Will
I don't
created
even fucking believe her.
So,
I don't believe her. She's a Scientologist.
I'm also super confused as well, because it says Will and Jada made a Scientology school. I remember that. We should actually do maybe an episode on that. But then she goes, we've never been Scientologists and we've never been swingers. And then Will Smith was like, yeah, we're in an open marriage.
You don't trust anything. And I love that they're just like, we're not Scientologists. We like their culture, though.
Yeah,
so
right?
We're not practicing. We just like the traditions around Scientology.
That's so funny.
Hilarious.
I think Will Smith was. Honestly, you know what? Scientology, I'm not advocating anybody goes into the Church of Scientology.
This is how it starts. Mark this. Where are we at? 14-ish minutes? Mark
okay,
it.
all I'm saying is that they produce a lot of successful people, okay? If you want to be successful...
Is it chicken or the egg, though? Are they able to
recruit really successful people to Scientology? Probably. But, you know, I mean,
all right. Well,
they do have pretty successful careers, because if they don't, then their horrible secret about killing that maid or whatever will come out.
That's true. They each kill a maid when they get in. It's true. No, you can cite us. So Jada Pinkett Smith, anyway, she killed a maid, is a Scientologist.
She killed Tupac, too.
She killed Tupac. Yeah, what was that one all about?
I don't know.
So maybe we should do an episode on them, because I kind of want to also go over Red Table Talk. I remember when I was like 12 or like young, And it would.
Was it out that long?
Maybe I wasn't 12. I spiritually felt 12. Maybe I was like a little older than that, but it was on Facebook.
She was 25.
This is what was important, is that it was on Facebook that I saw it. And like, that feels like 12-year-old energy to me.
Yeah.
And videos would come up from Red Table Talk, and it would be her like talking about how just intimate details from all these celebrities' lives, where I was like, this is really personal and does not need to be on my Facebook watch like auto playing as I scroll through the feed. I barely knew who she was in the first place, and I was like, she's never orgasmed with this man. Like, what the fuck is going on? And her daughter is sitting right next to her, and she's like, mommy's never, unless she's got a vibrator. Like crazy shit to have a conversation with in front of your children, let alone filming I think it's child abuse. Let's go into it. Let's do it. Let's put it on the. All right. We're coming back to it.
We'll put it on the docket. That seems like
we're going to live watch Red Table Talk.
That sounds like a May episode, so I will handle that one. Okay, so this next thing that I want to talk about.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We didn't finish the most important part about Jada Pinkett Smith.
What?
She said that she hasn't been married to Will Smith for 6 years.
Oh, well, I think they're still technically married, but they're separated for 7 years or whatever.
7 years.
I know.
But
which makes it even weirder that he, said
assaulted.
All that. Yeah, assaulted Chris Rock.
Chris Rock is about to have another tour based on this interaction. He's going to be like, you will not fucking believe this shit.
That is so funny. God,
it's so
celebrities
funny.
Are wild, dude.
I love that she took the mantle of making us laugh for this last 2 weeks now of horrifying internet. Like, the internet's so bad, minus Jada has just been like, I got you.
Okay, so that is a great segue into our next story because this is unfucking believable. So I missed this story. This happened back in May, and I somehow missed it. I don't know if you saw this. This is
I just scanned that, and I still don't know what I'm reading.
Very funny, but very bad. So the internet was outraged against Biore. Those things that you put on your nose.
The nose strips.
The nose strips, and you take them off.
Those are great, though.
They are really great, and they're so satisfying.
You don't know what I'm talking about. If you have oil, and you pull.
So you put this you put this thing on your nose, and you peel it off, and all your blackheads come out. And you can see them on the top.
And then you look at them, and you're like, get out of here.
It's really satisfying. I actually don't even know if it's good for you, to be honest.
It probably isn't. Honestly, it hurts a little bit too.
It does hurt, yeah. And you're like ripping out all your hairs on your nose.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay.
But anyway, so they're very popular. Also, okay, where are we going with this?
Okay, all right. So the internet was fucking pissed off at them because they enlisted this school shooting victim to be an influencer for them.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So they... Hold on. Let me just play the video and then we can talk about it. Here is the video. So this is the influencer with her Biore strips.
Is here from a school shooting to having no idea what life is going to look like after college. Supportive Mental Health Awareness Month, I'm partnering with Biore Skincare to strip away the stigma of anxiety.
We want you to get it all out. Not only what's in your pores, but most importantly, what's on your mind too. Anxiety in my life has come in waves. I found myself recently struggling from seeing the effects of gun violence firsthand. I've had to intentionally set aside time for prioritizing my mental health. I will never forget the feeling of terror that I had walking around campus for weeks in a place I considered home, with countless anxiety attacks to crying alone in my room at night. My message to you guys is that it's okay not to have it all together. Life continually changes and your thoughts will too. Do things that make you happy and know everything will work itself out. Join me and Biore Skincare in speaking up about mental health by screenshotting this digital card and filling it out yourself. Every video posted is a step closer to normalizing conversations about mental health.
Oh my God. Okay, so who do I talk to about my mental health suffering immensely from watching that ad? What the actual fuck? Yep. Oh my God, that's very funny. But horrible, but extremely funny that they thought that was appropriate.
And they were like, yeah, like just talk about how like you want to get it all out. Like, you know how like you got out all these emotions from this horrific terror attack that you went under and just some of your friends maybe died. But like, think about that while you're posting for our ad.
Also, get all that emotion out like you're getting the gunk out of your pores on your nose.
What a reach to be like, oh, this is relevant for Biore.
And appropriate.
And appropriate.
And appropriate.
And you know what?
It was like we had either the child rape victim.
Get it all out. Get all the semen out in your rape kit.
Yes. That was their next in line. They were like,
sorry.
I mean, what are we fucking? You could have a job at Biore. I think that you're about to get a call.
Yeah.
May, that is a fantastic idea. You are hired.
I actually feel bad about this though because
that's
the
horrible.
Well, I mean, obviously it's insanely
School shootings
terrible.
are bad.
School shootings, I don't like them. But
Hot take.
Biore and the influencer had to apologize for it, and I was like, well, the influencer is
just doing
like,
what she got $1 from it.
She got $1. She probably honestly thought she was doing good. She was like, I'm destigmatizing mental health, and it's like, yeah, but girl, like you have to understand how this looks. But I think it was from a Michigan school shooting that went on. I think at the University of Michigan, but it's like this girl's in college, like she doesn't know what the fuck. You know,
No,
like I guess she's
really
not in high school, so that would have been even worse.
No, but also she was a victim of a school shooting, so like she's allowed to like make a bad judgment call.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say it's the Biore ad team who is marketing professionals should be reasonable and react. It's not unreasonable to say that you might be able to predict the internet's response to this. And you know what's the most fucked up about this is they probably knew that.
Yeah.
The worst part about it is that they thought that this would get clicks and views.
And everybody would be like,
did.
wow, that was really fucked up. Also, I forgot about those things.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally exactly. I mean, as much as I'm pissed, not pissed. Right. I have way too many things to be angry about. But like, I definitely don't think that was in good taste. I am going to notice Biore pour strips at Target next time I go.
True.
And I won't buy them. Solidarity with
I'm not going to buy them
scooters.
just because I'm not convinced. No,
I don't think it'd be good for me. Yeah.
Your skin looks really nice lately, actually.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Collagen.
Really?
I swear to God. Minus I did lose my toenail over the weekend. So that's a strike against collagen. My toenail fucking fell off. And I go, all right.
Wow, okay.
But other than that, my skin feels like, thank you so much. It looks good, my skin, hopefully. But my toenails are struggling.
Yeah.
So do with that information as you will.
Do with what you will. I am going to get under eye filler. So
Well, you're
stop looking at my under eyes, okay? They're gonna.
I don't actually think your under eyes have any issues right now. They look
You don't
good.
think so?
No.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Well, anyway, we're gonna continue on.
Anyway.
Okay. So getting to
That
our
was
spooky
beautiful.
stories.
I'm so glad we covered that.
This is so funny though that I literally started this podcast being like, we're going to talk about spooky stories. Then we just went on this really crazy roller coaster. We're going to get into some spookier stories. So what's the spookiest thing you can think about at work thinking you're going to get fired all the time? That's what I think every morning when I log into my computer. Any sort of, I could have
Every
a
one-on-one with my boss, I'm like, when's HR joining?
I could have a meeting.
They're going to be here soon?
Literally with a client. And I'm like, this is a decoy. Okay, my boss is going to show up and say, you thought you were meeting with Lemaire.
They're in on it, actually. They requested. We're giving them a special discount to help in firing you.
They reached out to me and said, obviously, we can't work with this girl. She's an idiot.
We'd like to join in on that firing call.
So that very nightmare happened to LinkedIn workers. So they found this mysterious internal list that apparently was public to everyone in the entire company. By the way, LinkedIn has, 10,000 employees worldwide.
That
That's
is
a lot.
nuts. Someone in HR got fired also, got added to the list.
Definitely. So it was a mysterious internal list of about 500 employees, and it was accessible to anyone at the company. Hours later, so everyone was freaking out. They're like, what the fuck? Obviously.
What is this list? Are we all getting promos? Are we all getting, free Sales Navigator licenses? Like, what are we getting?
I can't believe we're all flying to Mykonos.
I can't believe this is the list of people from the bottom 10% of performers
are all going to
Mykonos.
That's crazy.
That's wild. This is the Mykonos group.
Hours later, they got fucking canned, dude.
Yes, they did.
So that's pretty funny.
That is very, it's so funny because they're like, what could this list be? And it's like guys,
we all know what it means.
We know what the list is. The fact that you were able to see the list is a problem.
But look at the company on the list. If it's me and it's Sandra who always fucking drops the ball,
sure. Then
I'm fucked.
We're fucked. Lemaire is calling to fire us.
The list was called October Update. Lol.
It is an update.
It is an update.
You have no job.
Yeah. So anyway, R.I.P.
R.I.P. If you're one of those LinkedIn people, find
a job on LinkedIn.
Find a new job. LinkedIn actually is a pretty good jobs portal.
It is. Also, I worked there, and congratulations. on your newfound enjoyment of life.
Yes. Yeah. You'll be better off.
Also,
I'm making up
your
stuff.
fucking gastrointestinal problems will be gone. Okay.
Oh, from eating in the cafeteria.
Oh my God.
Do they put like extra fiber in that?
I was actually convinced at the time. So I worked at LinkedIn for about a year and a half, and I was a farting machine, dude. It was crazy. It was like I couldn't even help it, and they were so smelly.
They were like, "This is why you have to go."
Yeah.
She's actually pretty good at her job.
I was like farting in elevators and shit because I could not hold it in. I honestly think this job is the reason why I've had gastrointestinal issues for like years. I think my stomach lining.
You should start a class action lawsuit.
I should, because it was crazy, dude. It was absolutely insane.
No.
So, anyway, I welcome you on your path to recovery.
Probiotics. Probiotics. Try those. She's doing great.
It was unbelievable. The issues I had on the toilet.
Well,
unbelievable.
Listen. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. Listen. That's it.
That's it. Me being like, I've never worked in a place that has that kind of. I did have delivery lunch, but that was just made me fat. When I remember that period where I had every fucking day
Thai food,
like Thai,
like a noodly Thai dish,
or like a fat Mexican plate. Like it was great. And then every day for lunch. And then I was like, delivery. Like, it couldn't have been worse for me. I was like, why am I gaining weight? I just don't understand.
It was so unclear.
And it was so weird. Then I stopped eating that and I lost a bunch of weight. And I was like, so weird.
That's insane.
I went from that to like a Caesar salad from a bag.
And
believe it or not, that's better. That's less calories.
I did not expect that. I didn't see that coming.
I don't understand. It must have been the fiber.
Yeah. Probably. Okay, so next spooky story I have is actually from 2011, so kind of old, but still scary. So there was a this is really funny. There was a top foreclosure firm.
It's quite the title.
Okay. And it was called the Stephen J. Baum firm. I don't know if that's still around.
They're foreclosed.
But it represented lenders including Bank of America, Citigroup, JP Morgan, Chase, and Wells Fargo. It was under fire at the time in 2011 because they had a homeless-themed Halloween party. So people that were foreclosing homes on people had their employees dress up as homeless people for their Halloween
party. It's a fucking fantastic bit. It is it's on theme, but it is also very insensitive.
It's extremely insensitive.
It's mostly very insensitive, but it's 1% fantastic bit.
It is. Yeah. So
you dressed as homeless when you're foreclosing homes. Come on. It's so cheeky.
Do you remember that trend for a little while with Halloween costumes where people would be like, am I homeless or am I a hipster? Remember that?
No, I don't, but I see where you're going with this.
Yeah. And I was
what
like,
are you going to be for Halloween?
I don't know. I have to do a show
homeless?
that night. I'm going to be homeless. Could you fucking imagine in the year of our Lord 2023 being
also,
like, I'm homeless?
Yeah,
isn't that hilarious?
Look at me.
I'm suffering because there's no fucking safety net in our goddamn society.
If this picture, if you're listening exclusively, the picture of these people, they have dirt all over their face and they're holding cardboard signs. So it's not like they're just recently displaced. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But they do kind of still look chic.
And
how they pulled that off.
The sign says, third-party squatter, I lost my home and I was never served, which is apparently like an excuse a lot of people say to
you gotta get served. It actually should be technically pretty hard to get evicted.
Yeah. So anyway, that's crazy.
That is spooky.
Oh, you're gonna be the fucking guy from
Roaring Kitty.
Yeah. What am I gonna be?
You could be
Greg.
You're gonna be in San Francisco, though, right?
No, I'll be back. I will be doing a show at Westside Comedy Club.
But that's on the
on the 31st.
28th. Not like we're adults.
Oh, I'll be at a wedding.
Okay, so
I'll be wearing a fancy gown.
On 31st, I'm not dressing as shit because I'm an adult. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. On that Saturday, I will be wearing a gorgeous black gown.
Oh,
that I
amazing.
have.
You guys should, I wonder if he's going to do like a little mask.
I think so.
Situation.
Because they didn't even realize. So my friends Vince and Jordan are getting married. Shout out to Vince and Jordan. Please wish them well.
Happy wedding.
Happy wedding. But they didn't even fucking realize that it was Halloween weekend. They were like, oh my God, that's why we got the discount.
That is a tough mix up.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not. It is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But it's weird to like, you kind of have to acknowledge it a little bit.
You
don't have to, but.
But I think that'd be super cool if like they had just like masquerade, like.
Totally. Especially if it's already like a black tie situation.
Yeah,
like it'll look
cool.
fucking badass. And then you just have a bucket of them and then, a couple pics, put it down, move it along.
Right.
Happy Halloween.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay. So the next spooky story I have is these aren't spooky stories, they're just sad. Tyson food workers are protesting against the activists around child labor are protesting Tyson Food because Tyson Foods is secretly using children.
How isn't this the second company that started doing that recently? Wasn't there another one that just got busted for that?
Yes, we talked about this. Maybe it was Tyson that time too, though.
I feel like it wasn't.
I don't know.
But either way, Tyson, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Use illegal immigrants.
Oh, I think that's what they're doing.
Oh, double dipping. Yo. Fucking yikes. Tyson.
They're using really young illegal immigrants is what's going on.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's bad and bad.
Yeah. So activists and the Biden administration have pressured the U.S. meat industry to adopt safer labor policies after children hired by contractors, so like some Shein stuff,
totally,
were found doing dangerous jobs cleaning slaughterhouses.
No.
Yes.
Also, what do you mean they pressured them? This feels like a situation where you say, you're done.
Yeah.
Until you say sorry for a full calendar year. And obviously those kids get like the most scholarships you've ever made in your whole life.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
this is some like
that's
Shein
insane.
Shit.
That's
is crazy.
insane. Was that in the United States?
Mm-hmm. In Arkansas.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fucking no way.
Oh yeah.
How dare we look like we really got to look in the mirror on occasion.
We really do.
We really do. Are you
really
serious? We have illegal immigrant kids who don't get any of the benefits of our stupid ass government.
Yeah.
Cleaning our slaughterhouses? No.
No, can't do it.
Can't do it.
Mm-mm. Chicken stuff is always fucked up.
It is. What is up with that?
I don't know.
Like the fact that like I've been saying this for a long time and I saw this has come up in the public discourse recently. The fact that we have all those different types of eggs.
Yeah.
Where you literally are like, do I want to pay $3 for tortured chickens to have eggs or $7 for like just kind of depressed chickens to have eggs?
Right.
It's crazy.
I know. And you can't take away. I mean, it's so complicated though, because if you were like, oh, we're only going to have the eggs from the kind of like bummer chickens that need Zoloft.
Lexapro.
then it's like, oh, like you're taking away this option for people that can't afford the Zoloft eggs.
I don't know. I feel like that maybe the bar should be like a one notch higher, you know?
Yeah.
Like maybe we just, you know.
I know. It's
we don't openly torture chickens. Have you seen some of those videos and stuff like that?
I have.
And guys, I'm not like a pussy.
By the way.
I first of all I eat pussy. No, I don't. I eat chicken. I had chickens growing up and like we would kill and eat our own chickens. Yeah. So it's not like I'm like a fucking sensitive about all that, but like they shouldn't be in cages that they can't move in. I don't know if you've seen the videos. It's
really
depressing.
gnarly.
It's
also,
pretty gnarly. And a lot of those animals are just not. It's not it. Yeah. Thankfully, there is more of a push for that nowadays. So at least there's like the options.
Yeah, like foie gras is not really a thing anymore. Because
foie gras is
it's delicious.
I listened to a whole podcast on foie gras once. What's wrong with me? Seriously, what's wrong with me? However, it was really interesting. Let's review. So basically, they had these not wild, but geese that thought they were wild, or ducks. Is it geese or ducks?
Ducks? I think it's ducks. Or foie gras. Yeah.
Foie gras. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, fowl that they were raising, but they would raise them in these farms in France or something like that, where they didn't see any cages whatsoever, any boundaries, and they fed them these really, really nutritious foods, and then they would, kill them, which, listen, that's fine. And their, I think it's the liver, is that what it is?
Something crazy.
Was like 3 times the size and way, way better than the ones that they had from the farms. So it just kind of go to show like how much more just the amount of health differences in like raising them in that kind of a setting, which you can't do that. That's not economical. Also, foie gras is definitely not like, that is a niche product that we don't need for like humans to eat kind of thing.
Right.
It was interesting though. It was an interesting podcast.
Crazy.
It was like fucking 10 years ago. I still remember it.
Wow.
Why?
I don't know.
Can't remember half the people I meet's names. But I'll remember that foie gras shit.
That's true.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, that was pretty fucking nuts, dude. But the U.S. Department of Labor said in February that a major food safety sanitation company paid $1.5 million in penalties for employing more than 100 teenagers. At least they were teenagers.
What?
At meatpacking plants, including 2 Tyson facilities in Arkansas and Tennessee.
Wait, so is this Tyson again?
Yeesh.
Oh, wait, this is the same story. Okay, I thought we were...
Yeah, same story.
Damn. Well, listen, 100 people, that's not... Teenagers are slightly better, I guess, but I was picturing like 7-year-olds. I don't know why I immediately went to like fucking kids.
We sound like those people that are like justifying pedophiles. We're like, but they're actually a different category because they like the girls that are like 15 and not like 10.
Yeah. So like actually I shouldn't be called a pedophile. I'm like a pseudo pedophile.
Yeah, like what are those? There's like different names of pedophiles.
Yeah, they're children. They're cleaning slaughterhouses. Maybe go work at a Dairy Queen. Maybe that's where they should be working.
Yeah, maybe Dairy Queen. Or a dairy farm is what we had in Massachusetts. Okay, cool. So that was the name of the ice cream place.
Okay, I was like hold on, we're back to Tyson now. You're like, actually, I should work in slaughterhouses for calves.
No, they should be squeezing the nipples on cows, okay? At 4:00 in the fucking morning. For some reason, the cows are like, we don't want to wake up this early either.
I don't understand why we're all getting up so damn early.
Yeah, I
was asleep.
And everyone's like, well, the cows have to be up. They have to be milked so early. I'm like, why don't you just fucking start milking them at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. and then just get them on that rotation.
Have you seen the TikToks on this? Okay. No. I'm sorry. I know a lot about this too. They have automatic milkers now. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. So basically, and the cows know, and they get uncomfortable when their titties are full.
Yeah.
Of cow milk. Yay. So they walk into the automatic milker and they have like a chip on their ear, and it'll sense what cow it is.
What? That's
and
crazy.
It fucking just comes on their tits, and it sucks all the milk out.
So cows are like
self-milking.
Oh my god.
It's fucking cool.
They have like pumps for their udders.
Yes. And they can kind of come and go as they please.
That's great.
I think it's probably in some of the more modern farms. I don't fucking know.
Obviously.
I mean, I've only seen a couple TikToks on it. But how cool is that? I was very pleased for the cows and also the farmers, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone,
some fucking REM sleep,
no one
dude.
needs me to be doing this anymore.
Yeah.
But it's like a serious operation. The technology they have in farms nowadays is unbelievable. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I don't know what just happened. I'm starting a farm.
Okay. So I have a few horror stories from the workplace.
Perfect.
Okay. Some firing stories, some just embarrassing stories as well. Okay. So the first one, this is from Anonymous. I used to work in a bowling alley up front where the admission and the shoe rental is. The owner fired me because he thought my face looked too bitchy and scared the customers away.
That is so funny. That is also like a very bowling, like if you manage a bowling alley, you're not gonna be, you don't have HR at a bowling alley.
No, he probably just didn't like you.
He didn't like you, and you probably did have a bitchy face.
Yeah.
Sorry, you probably had a bad attitude. I'm on the bowling alley side, not this one. I don't know why.
What a fucking cunt.
Yeah, she sucks. Or him. Bitchy male face. Okay, keep going.
My boss, next one. My boss fired me because, quote, he shouldn't have to have vegetarians around.
Fucking Tyson's chicken coming out again.
That's so fucking funny.
She's like, listen, I talked to my therapist and I have boundaries. And this is one of my personal boundaries.
I don't want to have this fucking vegetarian. You know what? It is really irritating, though, to be honest. Be honest with you, like, We used to have this girl who worked at my company, and she was like a vegan or whatever. And every place we would go, she'd be like, "There's no vegan options on this menu." And I'm like, "Okay, but like,
dude, I was just in
there's
Austin.
20 of us, and we're trying to have like a group. Like, just eat before. Honestly, like it's just you that's creating this problem.
It's a whole issue. Yeah, I was just in Austin, and 2 of my friends there were fucking vegetarian, and we went to a barbecue restaurant.
As you do, yeah.
Because we are in Austin, Texas, and
if,
they were like,
even if it's something that's like vegetables, like yeah, but it's bacon fat all over these.
"Oh,
fucking
I know."
vegetables.
They were like having the mac and cheese, and I was like, "Yeah,
That's not vegan
Yeah,
or vegetarian.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was in this case. Who knows? But and one of my they're usually pretty good about it. Almost all my friends are vegetarian nowadays, and it's getting fucking honestly, eat some meat, okay?
Really?
It's really annoying.
Oh, that's funny.
Actually, they're very like easy going about the whole thing. If you're listening, you guys are great.
I actually don't even know about this, so
I know
you would think that I would know that.
That's true.
Yeah,
and I always forget, so that's why I was like, let's go get some barbecue. No, to be fair, it was my male friends who said that, and I yes-anded them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like a pick me. I was like, I love barbecue.
Yeah. Oh my god, I fucking love smoked meat.
Oh
Show
my
me how
God.
you smoke it,
Guys. Like I got a half pound. Is that a lot? Because I'm just like so little. I'm a small girl.
I'm like so small and dainty. I don't know.
My other friends are just eating fucking mac and cheese. Like,
this place fucking stinks.
this is not good. Actually, it was pretty good, but we had a great time. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, so next one. These are now embarrassing stories. Yeah, that's a full episode. Okay.
No, we're good. We're fucking crushing
All
it.
right. So this first one, embarrassing story. She goes, I was working from home, 7 months pregnant with twins. I was on an early morning video call with 2 senior directors as well as my immediate boss. I'm like, damn, how fucking low are you? And a vendor that we use. Right? I'm like, that's many layers and you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Oof, Madon.
Oh, what's happening?
She goes, as I unmuted, my significant other sleepily walked in and ripped the loudest fart I've ever heard. I watched as my microphone picked it up and the conversation simultaneously felt silent.
Hey, she's pregnant though, so she could be like, you can do whatever you want. You're 7 months pregnant.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
That is very funny though. Have you ever had that happen?
No.
Me neither.
I'm super paranoid about like, because my desk is right in front of our bed. And so like, obviously you have sex on company time. If you learned anything from this podcast.
Yes. It's the only time you should be having.
And I'm like, even if there's been like no Zoom calls in hours, there's no reason for Zoom
laptop
to be
is
up.
fully closed.
Oh, it's fully closed.
And you're like, the camera's on.
We're
live.
Yeah.
We're presenting in all hands all of a sudden.
Also, that image, it would just be like Mark's balls, just like
swinging.
I would be like, well, now there's 13 women that have video evidence of your balls.
That you do have sex with your wife.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay, next one. I was on an all-day Zoom call when I heard the cats fighting in the hallway. Love this guy already. Yep. I stepped away quickly and realized that one of the cats was on top of the other. I screamed, "We don't hump our brothers in this house." The cats retreated and I returned to the Zoom call and my team was laughing, saying, "What's going on at your house?"
No brothers are humping. That's what's going on at my house. My house is a brother-free humping zone.
We don't hump our brothers in this house.
That's adorable. Also, that's a really cute reaction from their team.
Yeah.
That everyone was like, LOL versus like, oh my God.
Is somebody fucking their brother in the house?
Really, this is inappropriate.
Oh, you Madon. Okay, we have a few more. Okay, let's see. Trying to figure out some good ones here.
I have lately been bringing my cat on to as many Zoom calls as possible.
Nice.
It's been a real joy. I kind of want to move into this era of my career where I'm
Yeah.
just like, you want to see some pussy?
Yeah, why not? Who cares?
People love them.
They do.
Password deserves more airtime.
Absolutely. Okay, next one. I was staying at home while attending a Zoom university. Oof, Madon.
Oh, God.
And I happened to be eating lunch within view of my mother as she worked from home. So I started choking on my lunch and my mom had to run over and give me the Heimlich maneuver while I was still in the meeting. Her camera and mic were on. Her coworker saw and so did all my classmates.
Oh, my God. I wish someone recorded that.
I
That's
know.
epic.
That's
good for
really
her mom
funny.
being able. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's actually like, I'd be like, you're welcome. You get to fucking see a hero at work.
Yeah, right? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's amazing. Aw. And also like no one could get mad. You'd be like, you couldn't mute. while you were choking to death. It is
Yeah.
kind of weird she was off mute because let me just tell you, I live on mute.
Me too.
This girl is never off mute.
No.
Always.
Always on mute.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking irritating is it when people still talk when they're on mute?
It's ridiculous.
I'm like, and then you have to be like, "Oh, sorry, you're on mute."
Yeah. And everyone's like, I haven't learned yet. And you're like, yeah, we got it.
Yeah, it's
We've
literally
been doing this
for even before the pandemic. I mean, honestly, we've been doing this for 10 years.
a really long time.
Yeah. Take yourself off of mute.
The end.
The end.
Honestly, I'm surprised that they don't have a button for it on the laptops.
Yeah, they
yet.
probably will in the next iteration.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Guys, you heard it here first. Patent that.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to have a little mute unmute button on this.
Yeah, they should.
All right.
Okay, next one. My sales manager didn't realize that his camera was on and spent 3 minutes picking his nose.
I would do that. That's
Me too.
Oh yeah,
I think I have done that.
Probably because I'm like zoning out, doing something else or something. I'm like,
Oh, definitely.
You guys are still there? You guys are still there?
And I have my nose ring inside of my nose. I'm always like fiddling around with it.
Oh,
and I
I
was
bet.
like, oh man. But he goes, followed up on that performance by realizing his camera was on, but not realizing his mic was also on. He said, oh shit, my camera's on. I've been picking my nose.
Oh, that's so cute. I don't know why that's so endearing to me.
That happened to me once. I don't know if I was picking my nose. I just assume I was because that's just like what I do when I'm zoning
Yeah,
out.
yeah, of course. That's like my default. What do we got going on in there?
But I was on this like team meeting call, and then my boss was like, yeah, like everybody can go except for like these 3 people. We have to stay on and talk about a deal. And I was like, okay. And I just like didn't realize it was in the background of like everything else.
Okay.
So I didn't realize I was still
So
in
you were
there.
just hanging out?
And I had like the volume off and I was on mute. So I was literally just like picking my nose. And these other people were fucking talking about this client. Imagine that.
And they're just
visual.
like, is there a way to kick her out of the room?
Like there's just 4 people with their squares up talking, and
you're just
I'm
like-
just picking my fucking.
Just watching TikTok, like living your damn best
And
life.
I was on Martha's Vineyard. I remember because it was so. When I realized what was going on, I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was on Martha's Vineyard, so like I just feel like I was so bloated from being hungover, and I just had like, like I had my laptop down,
It's
so
just
I'd be like
only chins. They're getting like a first-hand view of the nose. They're going up the nostril.
like only chins and just like big puffy like. Oh my god, it was so bad. I should have quit after that. Oh, it was terrible.
That's so funny.
Oh my
Alright,
god,
well.
horrible.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You should write into this list.
I should. Oh, listen to this. Okay, this next one. I took an Ambien on a red-eye flight. It didn't wear off by the time I went to work the next day.
No.
I hardly remember any of the day. I was a total zombie. My emails and messages the next day made no sense. And she goes, I was fired.
She was fired?
Yeah.
Wait, that's not fair. I mean, I guess it is. I don't know. What is the move on that? Once I did take a sleep med that worked too well.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the next day I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I called out sick and I told my boss, I was like, I took a new medication last night and it's not wearing off. And
Yeah.
I work in fucking security. Like I was
Right.
like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have just enough consciousness right now to tell you that this is not going to fucking work for me today.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
That's a medical emergency that I caused myself. I don't know what to tell you.
That's so funny.
And my boss was like, yeah, it's actually pretty fair.
Yeah.
Word. All right.
Thank
we'll see
you for
tomorrow.
telling me and not embarrassing us in front of clients.
Yeah, exactly. I would never. Just in case my boss is listening.
Okay, next one. My coworker's wife and kids visited the office. After they left, I turned, looked at him, and said, I want to have your babies. What I meant was...
Oh, was that like his work wife?
No. She goes, I meant to say I wanted to babysit them, but it came out completely wrong.
That's hilarious.
That's like calling your teacher mom.
It is, which I definitely did that
Yeah.
a couple of times. Did you do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
That was a classic. Honestly, if I was a teacher and like my kid didn't call me mom at some point, I'd be like, the fuck am I doing wrong?
Yeah, right? You should see me as your mom.
You should see me as your mother. That means I'm not likable enough, and that's what's important as a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, so like we had a bunch of people from our French office come into town not too long ago, and I had like a moment like this where there's like this new COO. He's from India, and he just like totally misread something that I said, because I was like, we were just like all in a circle, and I was like, "So, are you married?" And he was like, "Yes." "Why would you ask me that? Why would you?" He was like so upset, and I was like, "I'm not hitting on you." And he was like, "I didn't think you were." And I was like, I don't know what's going on right now. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I was just like making conversations like. I don't know. I just got married. I kind of wanted to talk about
Yeah, I was really just using this as a segue to meet.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I can't express to you how much I don't give a fuck if you're married or not, dude.
Be married. I don't care.
Yeah.
And
that
I was
is
like,
interesting, because that is one of those things where if you're coworkers, though, like that'll come up. But there is like
but I mean, I don't really see him. I don't talk to him. There's no like reason for us to work directly together. So I didn't know if like he thought that I was trying to get at something, but I was just like, "Oh, are you married?" And he was like, "Why would you ask?" Like, I think like the language barrier. He was like,
also like a cultural.
He was like, "Why the fuck did you just ask me that?" Like he was
You're like,
so
"What is your aim?" And you're like, "Human interaction."
I just wanted to ask you a question. I don't know.
I actually, you know what? I regret this so much. Forget I asked.
Yeah.
Forget I asked. Get divorced. I don't care.
Also, I had already gone through all the normal ones. I had been like, "Where are you from?" And he was like, "Mumbai." And I was like, "Nice." Like, I don't know anything about Mumbai. Like,
oh no, I hate those conversations where you're like, all right, let me just, man, that's so much of my job. Just digging into random shit. Random shit. Making a conversation of it.
God bless.
God bless. It's sales, baby.
Those are all the spooky stories I have.
Those were spooky. I think yours were the spookiest, though. Between that Mumbai conversation and the one of you picking your nose on Zoom with your coworkers, fucking talking about doing a deal desk, like, no.
By the way, I still work with that guy and all those coworkers. So there's been several people at my job. That's probably why I'm not getting promoted, honestly. It's because people think I'm hitting on this like really high up guy, and also they think I am a nose picker, which I am, and so are all of you.
Oh my God, that's so fucking funny. All right,
well, that's it.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We will be back next week with Who the Hell Knows?
God only knows.
Only God. More Jada Pinkett Smith. Maybe we'll do that episode. Fun as fuck.
Hopefully.
Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid we have a little fun around here, okay? So I hope you guys will give us 5 stars, and if you don't, ask yourself why not, okay? I think you need to look internally and say, why didn't I do that? So go on the fucking internet.
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. It will take you 2 seconds. It would help us out immensely. We'd really appreciate it.
Yes. And also tell your friends, tell your bot armies, tell Jada Pinkett Smith, whoever you want to tell, go tell them. And we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.